The hour of 6 o'clock having arrived, the board will come to order. Invocation by Mr. Stump, Pledge of Allegiance by Mr. Frazee.
I'd like to have ask for a moment of silence this evening for the mother of our colleague Brad Miller, Kay Elizabeth Mendenhall Miller, who passed away on June 2nd. Lord, we ask this evening that you please bless all of our Sangamon County employees and their families. We ask that you protect our first responders and the military around the world. We humbly ask that you help us make wise decisions for our constituents this evening. And in a world that's so divided, we ask that you help us come together and respect each other as human beings and to help one another achieve greatness for our community and for the world. We ask all of this in your name, Jesus. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will call the roll.
Ayers. Canman. Constant. Dafsco.
Excused.
Diener. Del Giorno. Deppie.
Excused.
Douglas Williams. Forsyth. Frazee. Fulgenzi. Guyton.
Here.
Hall. Burrell. Lathan. Madonia. McGuire. Mendenhall. Miller. Rader. Scaife. Shackman.
Excused.
Shepard. Small.
Excused.
Stump. Thomas. Shumlin. Truex. Chairman Van Meter is present. 24 present, 4 absent.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The chair is aware of no proclamations this evening, but we do have a presentation from our IT department.
Thanks for having me. First thing I would like to do is we have a different IT person here helping with the AP tonight, so we have Will Lesko. I'd like to introduce you all to him, who will probably be here at other meetings in the future when Joseph is unavailable. Welcome him and maybe Will, welcome, he's here to help us out. Brian and Andy had asked me to do this as a short cybersecurity presentation to update all of you on the initiatives that we have here at the county throughout the last year or so. We're continuing to do end-user security training and simulating phishing emails. We've gotten really positive feedback from the county employees regarding the quality of the training and the emails, the phishing emails that they're getting. In fact, it's quite funny. We'll often be in the hallways and the employees will be like, "Hey, you tried to catch me."
This would be ironic. While we have a momentary pause there, let me announce to everyone, I should have announced earlier that we are live broadcasting this evening's meeting.
That's what I got told too.
We are live broadcasting audio only. I'm sorry, Mr. Cameron, the half day you spent in hair and makeup will be to no effect this evening, but we are live broadcasting audio this evening. So everyone is aware of that and is on their best behavior. We are continuing to try to master the video live broadcasting. I'm told that something last time literally burned up. Some piece of equipment literally burned up. So we are still working on the video portion, but we are live broadcasting.
Okay.
Continuing with the report.
My apologies, I will start again. So I just initially introduced Will Lesko. He is our person here from IT who's helping Mary with the AV tonight. So he may be here at other meetings when Joseph is unavailable to be here. So just welcome, Will, and thank you for your assistance tonight. So just to, the chairman and Brian asked me to do just a short presentation about our cybersecurity initiatives that we've had in the last 6 months or so. We're continue to do end user security training and the simulated phishing emails. We've gotten very positive feedback from the county employees regarding the quality of the training and the emails. And in fact, sometimes when we're in the hallways, some of us from IT will get, hey, you tried to catch me and you didn't catch me. So the employees are quite, proud of themselves that we didn't catch them with a fake email and that they clicked on it. So it's a great positive feedback from them. The simulated phishing emails are very high quality, and we're doing regular phishing tests for all users that are on our network. And the use of regular phishing tests and required training has decreased our employees' phish-prone percentage, which is a measure that they use in that industry to tell how likely people on your staff are to actually click on an actual cybersecurity risk email. And we have increased the security awareness, thereby decreasing our potential risk on any employee clicking on an actual phished email. Another project that we have ongoing is we are upgrading all the PCs and laptops to Windows 11 because Windows 10 is going end of life October 14th of 2025. You guys may know that from your personal life or from your workplaces. But that means that there will no longer be security updates. So after October 14th, no one should be on Windows 10 because you're not getting security updates. We have approximately 75% of our PCs and laptops completed to upgrade to Windows 11 or replacing those PCs, with about 200 PCs left to upgrade or replace. And we are projected to have that project completed by September, thereby giving us a little window if we find some additional ones that aren't on our network or that need to be updated. And a big project that we've been working on this year and continue to work on is we've upgraded our email filter software. This software inspects the email URLs as they come into our network. They isolate the webmail and suspicious sites, prevent credential theft harvesting, and data loss prevention. So it will detect, analyze, and block advanced threats, then give us better visibility into the threats so that we can optimize our response to these emails. It includes a button for the users to report suspicious emails. And upon determining, when the software determines that that actually is a potential hazardous email, it will actually then pull all those emails from any other user who has it in their mailbox. So that's not a functionality that we had previously. So that is a great, so if 50 employees get it, we don't have to search through and figure it out. It just pulls all those from their mailboxes. So to keep them from clicking on it as well. It also, the methodology used by this software to analyze the emails reduces the time to neutralize an active threat from days to minutes. So that is critical in the fight against all these cyber threats. It also includes email authentication requirements that basically stamp or seal our emails as authentic once they leave our network. And that is a requirement that's been implemented by Gmail and Yahoo back in February of 24, and Microsoft just implemented that authentication requirement in May of this year. So those are the big high-level things that we are working on at the county, and of course we continue to refine and change our cybersecurity position as we learn more and we get, additional threats and information from outside. So thank you all very much. All the support that you've given our department with funding for these products and software that we need and the initiatives that we need, it's greatly appreciated and has certainly helped to improve the county's cybersecurity position. So thank you. Any questions?
I just want to ask, you are also now providing this service to Sangamon Mass Transit as
We
well, right? And which
Yeah.
is,
So all the initiatives, so the last piece that I talked about, that email gateway is not something that they have in their wheelhouse, but the end user security training, we are rolling that out to them, and then other security initiatives, we're working with them
Great.
to ensure that they are secure.
that's
as well.
been a good partnership.
Yeah,
So
it's been a good
really
partnership.
saving the taxpayers money because we're sort of jointly
Mm-hmm.
providing that service. Any other questions? Mr. Cameron.
Saying that your system has, it prevents phishing emails from getting through to the intended recipient? Or?
So I never want to say that our software will prevent them coming through. It has it's a very good software that catches a lot of things, but there's always 0-day vulnerabilities, which means that, if you're the first person that gets those emails, then those may get through whatever system you may have.
Well, it may not catch them all, but it's supposed to. It
Yes.
tries to prevent them as best
Yes,
it can.
and it catches
I didn't understand, what were these employees congratulating themselves about?
because we use an end user security awareness training piece that we do, and so it actually has training videos that all employees are required to do, and then on a regular basis we send fake phishing emails to users, hoping that they won't click on them, but sometimes they do. And if they click on them, then they have to do additional training. But the people who don't click on them, because when you click on this button I was talking about, and it says, hey, that was simulated, good job, they're very proud of themselves that they got the good job. You did a great thing there and didn't click on it. So
Got it, thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mary, I'm turning
Okay.
it off.
A couple of announcements. I'm informed by the county administrator that it is very likely we will need a special county board meeting, probably June the 3rd at 5 p.m. June the 30th at 5 p.m. And the purpose of the meeting will be to approve the final series of contracts for the hub. There are quite a few of them. These are smaller contracts, but there are quite a few of them that need to be approved by the end of the month. Secondly, we have a ribbon cutting ceremony tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the new coroner's facility. We hope all board members will attend that. And we have a second ribbon cutting ceremony scheduled for this coming Tuesday at 10 a.m. for the new ground floor courtroom that will be largely accessed for the small claims court and traffic court. 10 a.m. on Tuesday. We hope board members will attend that. All right. Now, proceeding in the regular order of business, motion by Mr. Del Giorno, seconded by Mr. Madonia for the approval of the minutes for the May 13th, 2025 meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Correspondence, motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno to place the correspondence on file with the clerk. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Correspondence will be placed on file with the clerk. Resolutions. Resolution number 1, Mr. Clerk.
Resolution 1, resolution approving the fiscal year 25 county highway miscellaneous material contracts.
Motion by Mr. Frazee, seconded by Mr. Cameron to place Resolution 1 before the board. Questions, comments from members of the board on Resolution 1? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Ayers. Yes. Canman. Yes. Constant. Yes. Diener. Yes. Del Giorno. Aye. Douglas Williams. Yes. Forsythe. Yes. Frazee. Aye. Fulgenzi. Aye. Guyton.
Aye.
Hall. Yes. Correll. Aye. Lathan. Aye. Madonia. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendenhall. Aye. Miller. Aye. Rader. Aye. Scaife. Aye. Shepherd. Aye. Stumpf. Aye. Thomas. Aye. Shumlin. Aye. Truax. Aye. All 24 approve.
All those voting in the affirmative, resolution number 1 is adopted. Resolution number 2, Mr. Clerk.
Number 2, resolution approving the fiscal year 26 purchase of a tandem axle dump truck with plow equipment from Rush Truck Centers through the State of Illinois Joint Purchase Program in the amount of $248,000.
Motion by Mr. Frazee, seconded by Mr. Mendenhall to place Resolution 2 before the board. Questions, comments from members of the board on Resolution 2? Seeing none, Mr. Madonia, do you have a motion? Mr. Madonia, you have a motion for me on Resolution 2?
Roll call vote, resolution 1, stand for
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolution 2 is adopted. Resolution 3, Mr. Clerk.
Number 3, resolution approving a purchase order from Ozark Materials LLC for the purchase of pavement marking paint in the amount of $140,000.
That's Ozark.
I know, that came
Many
out.
of us who recall bad air service in this community remember Ozark Airlines.
Came out very sloppy in pronunciation.
Motion by Mr. Frazee, seconded by Mr. Stump to place Resolution 3 before the board. Questions, comments from members of the board on Resolution 3? Seeing none, Mr. Madonia.
I move the roll call vote, resolution 1, stand roll call vote, resolution 3.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolution 3 is adopted. Resolution 4, Mr. Clerk.
Number 4, 2025-5, Gary Minder, 6624 Minder Road, Rochester, granting a rezoning and variances.
Motion by Mr. Bedonia, seconded by Mr. Mendenhall to place Resolution 4 before the board. We're now entering the zoning portion of the meeting, and it's our policy to ask if there are members of the audience who wish to speak in opposition to the proposed zoning. Seeing none, are there members of the audience who feel it's necessary to speak in support of the proposed zoning? Seeing none, Mr. Mendenhall. Mr. Mendenhall, use your microphone, would you please?
Since we have no objectors, I move we waive the staff report.
Is there objection? Without objection, so ordered. Questions, comments, and members of the board on the resolution? Seeing none on the resolution, and all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The resolution is agreed to and the zoning is granted. Since we're audio, it's really important that everyone speak into their microphone tonight. Resolution 5, Mr. Clerk.
Number 5, 2025-6, Sherman Holdings LLC, 3915 Wolf Creek Road, Sherman, granting a rezoning and variances and denying a variance.
Motion by Mr. Mendenhall, seconded by Mr. Casey to place Resolution 5 before the board. Again, are there members of the audience who wish to speak in opposition to any of the proposed zoning? In opposition? Seeing none, are there members of the audience who feel it's necessary to speak in support of the proposed zoning? Seeing none, Mr. Mendenhall.
I move we waive the staff report since we have no objectors.
Is there objection? Without objection, so ordered. Questions, comments from members of the board on Resolution 5? Seeing none on the question, all those in favor of adopting Resolution 5 signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolution 5 is adopted. Resolution 6, Mr. Clerk.
Number 6, 2025-7, W.J. Salinger LLC, 11,000 block of Palm Road, Glenarm, granting a conditional permitted use with a condition and variances.
Motion by Mr. Thomas, second by Mr. Mendenhall to place Resolution 6 before the board. Are there members of the audience who wish to speak in opposition to the proposed zoning? On Resolution 6? Okay, if you'll proceed to the well of the chamber, and as you do that, and are there members of the audience who wish to speak in support of the proposed zoning? If you'll proceed to this side of the chamber, and who's speaking in support? If you'll, the supporters? If you'll proceed to this side of the chamber, and as you do that, our professional staff will give us the procedural history of the case. We'll make sure our microphones are working. I think our staff can maybe use that.
We can slip in there,
Yeah, the treasurer's, yeah. This is our first case since we moved back into our headquarters, so we're kind of getting adjusted here to how we handle this. The proponents will go first, and then the opponents. Proponents go first, then the opponents. But first, we'll hit the procedure history of the case from the staff.
The petitioner's request for proposed parcel 1 pursuant to chapter 1758 and section 1710.20, conditional permitted use for a banquet hall, pursuant to chapter 1766, a variance of section 1738.030 to allow one parcel less than 40 acres, approximately 10 acres, a variance of chapter 17.04 lot depth to allow the lot depth to be greater than 2.5 times the lot width, and a variance of section 17.50.060A to allow the parking to remain unpaved rock instead of the required bituminous seal coat for a period not to exceed 4 years, and for proposed parcel 2 pursuant to chapter 17.66, a variance of section 17.38.030 to allow one parcel less than 40 acres, approximately 27 acres.
The Planning Commission staff has recommended approval of the requested conditional permitted use for a banquet hall. The proposed banquet hall is located along Palm Road, which has seen a trend of commercial development and is designated for commercial use in the future land use map of the Chatham Comprehensive Plan. Recommend approval of the paving variance for a period not to exceed 2 years. Allowing a 2-year paving variance will provide time to complete construction while also requiring pavement of the required parking spaces. Granting any more time for the pavement waiver would be inconsistent with other properties with similar uses. Recommend approval of the requested lot area and lot width depth variances, which will facilitate the division to separate the proposed banquet hall use from the cropland. The standards for variation are met.
The Zoning Board of Appeals concurred with staff recommendations.
Very good. All right, so the proponents have 2 minutes for an initial presentation, and there may be questions. And then the opponents have 2 minutes for a presentation, and there may be questions. So if you'd state your name and address for the record, sir.
Yes, my name is Mark Cochran, 944 Clock Tower Drive, Springfield. I'm an attorney representing the petitioner, Bill Salinger. We're in accord with the recommendation of staff, and the petitioner is agreeable to reducing the variance period from 4 years to 2 years with respect to the parking lot. Other than that, we're fine with the recommendations, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from members of the board? Seeing none, all right. Sir, if you'd state your name and address.
My name is Steve Kopp, 11068 Catholic Cemetery Road. We reside on the back side of this proposed wedding venue, and our concern is the noise.
Go ahead and make your presentation.
Not sure how all this is going to unfold. We haven't seen the plan. We haven't been presented with any kind of details, but we're living out in the country, and we'd like to make sure that it's at least quiet, reasonable amount of time, and with 350 to 400 people at an event right in our back door, that was our only concern. We're not against it, but we just want to make sure that the noise is kept at a respectable level.
That's it?
Yep.
All right. Questions or comments from members of the board for the opponents? Then if not, then, I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas, you had a question?
Trustin, can you explain everybody what the time limits are and how that works, just like we've talked? I just want to make sure they're clear what that is.
So based on the liquor license, there's limitations. They could say, stay open till 1 o'clock. Our liquor license is limited to 1. In this case, the petitioner has put self-imposed restrictions that no inside event is going to go past 11. And any outside event would be 9 o'clock. So they actually reduced those restrictions. And they made the statement that they do not intend to have any outside music. So all the music would be inside the venue.
Finish?
Okay.
Any other questions or comments from members of the board? Seeing none, the proponents have 1 minute's rebuttal.
No.
No rebuttal.
No rebuttal.
The opponents have 1 minute's
No,
rebuttal.
I'm good. Thanks, everybody. Mark, appreciate it.
Okay.
Very
Thank you.
good. Any further discussion from members of the board? Seeing none, the question occurs on the resolution. All those in favor of granting the zoning will signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The zoning is granted. Resolution 7, Mr. Clerk.
Number 7, 2025-8, Stephen Brent, northwest corner of Sherman Road and Ferrand Road, Sherman, denying a rezoning and variance.
Ms. Mendenhall.
Mr. Brett, the petitioner on this has withdrawn his,
So the resolution is withdrawn.
so
Very, very good. Resolution 8, Mr. Clerk.
Number 8, resolution approving a grant application for the Sangamon County Child Advocacy Center from the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services to provide coordinated investigations into child abuse in the amount of $296,556.91.
Motion by Mr. Stump, seconded by Ms. Scaife to place resolution 8 before the board.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Del Giorno.
I move that we consolidate resolutions 9, 10, and 11 with 8.
Second by Mr. Mendenhall. Mr. Clerk, will you please read resolutions 9, 10, and 11?
Number 9, resolution approving a grant application for the Sangamon County Child Advocacy Center from the Illinois Criminal Justice Authority to provide a coordinated investigations into child abuse in the amount of $233,203. Number 10, resolution approving a grant application for community resources from the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for the Weatherization Grant Program in the amount of $628,554. Number 11, resolution approving a grant application for community resources from the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for the Weatherization Grant Program in the amount of $365,951.
On the motion to consolidate, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion consolidates. Agreed to. Questions or comments from members of the board on the resolutions as consolidated? Seeing none, Mr. Madonia, do you have a motion?
Yes, I move that the roll call vote for Resolution 1 stand for roll call vote for 8 through 11 as consolidated.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolutions 8 through 11 as consolidated are adopted. Motion by Mr. Mendenhall, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno for the waiver of the 10-day filing period. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. 10-day filing period is waived. Resolution 12, Mr. Clerk.
Number 12, resolution approving an intergovernmental cooperation agreement between Sangamon County and Capital Township to procure, install, and pay for a comprehensive, fully integrated public sector property tax system and computer-assisted mass appraisal solution.
Motion by Mr. Stump, seconded by Ms. Fulgenzi to place Resolution 12 before the board. Questions or comments from members of the board on Resolution 12? Mr. Del Giorno.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we consolidate 13 through 19 with number 12.
Second by Mr. Madonia. Mr. Clerk, will you please read Resolutions 13 through 19?
13, resolution approving a grant application for the Regional Planning Commission from FEMA/Department of Homeland Security through the Illinois Emergency Management Agency for the Sangamon County Multi-Jurisdictional Natural Hazard Mitigation Plan update in the amount of $85,000. 14, resolution approving a grant application for the Department of Public Health from the Illinois Department of Human Services for the Early Intervention Grant in the amount of $1,306,867.11. 15, resolution approving a grant application for the Department of Public Health from the Illinois Department of Public Health for the Illinois Breast and Cervical Cancer Program in the amount of $240,283. 16, resolution approving a grant application for the Circuit Clerk from the Illinois Department of Healthcare and Family Services for child support orders to be entered into the State Child Support System, KIDS. 17, resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the County of Cook on behalf of the Juvenile Temporary Detention Center and of the Chief Judge and the County of Sangamon on behalf of Sangamon County Court Services. Was it 19 or 17?
19.
Thank you. Number 18, resolution approving a maternity-paternity policy for Sangamon County employees. Finally, number 19, resolution approving amendments to the county's parking lot lease with Horace Mann.
On the motion to consolidate, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion to consolidate is agreed to. Questions or comments from members of the board on the resolutions as consolidated? Mr. Yes.
Yeah, on Resolution 12, this proposed intergovernmental agreement between the county and Capital Township, has this been approved by the Capital Township Board?
I think that's a question best directed to professional staff.
Yes.
Sorry? Yes, it has been. Yes.
Now, is that the newly elected board or the old board?
I don't know the timing. I think it might have been the old board, I believe. Yeah, it was the old board.
I mean, was this brought before the new board? Do you know if the new board agrees with this intergovernmental agreement?
I don't know.
It's,
all right, thank you.
any other questions or comments from members of the board on these?
I have on another resolution I have.
You proceed.
Okay, on Resolution 17, this is to enter into.
You're not on your. You're not on your. Mic.
Sorry, thank you. Resolution 17, the intergovernmental agreement between Cook County and Sangamon County and juvenile detention. Now, this is so we could place juvenile detainees in the Cook County detention center, as I understand it. But we just opened our own detention center, so why do we need a contract to place detainees in Cook County?
Oh, that is a very good question, and I believe our county administrator would be delighted to answer your question.
Thank you.
County administrator.
That's my favorite part of the day.
Because he's been asking himself the same question. Mr. Kemp.
So, yeah, the Juvenile Detention Center has reopened. Staffing is close to full staffing, so we're in good shape there. The request from the Juvenile Detention Center was to phase back, bringing the youth back. This particular individual has been problematic. This is the only juvenile detention center in the state that will house him. He's been in other locations and has caused some significant issues in these other locations, including bodily harm.
Explain some of those significant issues.
It's destruction of property, injured juvenile detention officers. So Cook is our only option for this particular individual. As Mr. Holsapple knows, the head of Court Services, we are working to get this individual back here at Sangamon County.
We actually met with the state's attorney this morning to discuss that as well. So it's really a short-term thing. It's not a long-term solution.
So we're trying to get him back in Sangamon County? Is that what you said?
We're in the process of getting him back into Sangamon County,
Okay,
yes.
but, and that's expected to be done within the next, what, few months, or?
I'd say sooner than that. I'm hoping
Okay.
within the next couple
So
weeks.
it looks like I wasn't sure if it's $500 a day or $520 a day that we're paying.
I thought it was $530 actually, but it's
$530.
yeah.
Okay, so this should end within less than a few months, is what you're saying.
That is my goal, yes. And I've spoke with the state's attorney about that, and I've spoken with the chief judge about this, so.
So you said this detainee is a problem that only Cook County could take care of him, but you expect that within a short period of time, we will be able to take care of this detainee in Sangamon County?
Correct. If you remember, at one point in time, we had all the youth were in other counties. We've been slowly bringing them back over a period of a couple months. Cook County is the only facility that would take this individual. I believe he was in Knox County before, and maybe Peoria County. So he's kind of the last piece to come back home.
So did he just recently get placed in Cook County?
No, he's been there for a while.
So why didn't we have this agreement when he was first placed there?
Well, a lot of these we've moved forward with just kind of not a handshake, but an understanding of a standard kind of IGA agreement. Cook has asked for something more formal, so hence we have the vote tonight.
So initially they took him without the formal agreement,
Correct.
but now they want
Yeah.
it. Now, these detainees are supposed to just be with the county, not temporarily until their case is resolved, and then if they're convicted, they go to the state juvenile correctional center. So
Correct.
did we expect this individual to have a trial or a resolution of his case soon, or how soon?
He will have a trial at some point. That is one of the conversations that I had with the state's attorney and the chief judge, is to try to get a better idea when that trial is going to be.
Now, if the juvenile detainee becomes 18, do they automatically get transferred to the regular county jail?
There is an age. I think is it 18, Kent? 18 is the process. Yeah, the court. 18 is the age, but you don't automatically transfer to adult court if you're that age. There's a process that the state's attorney's office, I believe, has to go through
Judge has to
get them
order
moved,
that,
and judge
correct?
has to agree to it. Correct.
Do you know how old this detainee is?
Kent. 17.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Cameron, I just want to note for the record that the juvenile center was closed on order of the presiding judge in this circuit. It was not the choice of the board to close the juvenile center.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
The juvenile center was closed by order of the
judge.
presiding judge in this circuit, not the county board. We didn't choose to close it.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions or comments from members of the board on the resolutions as consolidated? Ms. Fulgenzi, did you want to speak on Resolution 18? You certainly championed it.
I just say that I'm happy that we're finally offering maternity leave for our employees. They'll all get, for the mother and the father, they're eligible for maternity and paternity leave of 4 weeks. So I appreciate all the help from Charlie and Brian and the board members. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from members of the board? Seeing none, Mr. Madonia, do you have a motion?
I move that the roll call vote for Resolution 1 stand for a roll call vote for 12 through 9 as consolidated.
19 as consolidated.
19, yeah, 12 through 19.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Yeah, the ayes have it. The resolutions are adopted. Old business, the chair is informed that the resolution that has been laid on the table will remain on the table. Appointments, motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno for the approval of the appointments is submitted at your desk. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The appointments are approved. Public comment. We have 3 people who have signed up for public comment this evening. And they are in the order that they signed up. The first person who signed up was Mr. Sean Miller, who is speaking on the VAC, which is a matter not in front of the board this evening, so his speaking time will be allocated at 2 minutes. 3 minutes, excuse me, 3 minutes, yeah. Proceed.
Sean Miller, resident of Sangamon County. I serve as the chairman of the Veterans Assistance Commission of Sangamon County. I want to begin by recognizing a positive milestone. Our current veterans backlog is down to 30, with the lowest we've ever seen in a long time, and direct results of having an appropriate number of offices, resources in place. When properly staffed, we're able to deliver timely support to veterans who have earned it. And that's exactly what we're doing. The tangible proof that commitment and cooperation yields results. Respectfully, as the chairman of the Veterans Assistance Commission, I have seen firsthand how clear, honest dialogue leads to better outcomes. Let's apply the same principles. As Andy Van Meter committed in the last meeting about a word, money hungry, Andy, you did state one thing right. You did not say money hungry by itself. But let me tell you, the public, why I did what I said. From the beginning of the new Military Veterans Assistance Act, we were told by the Illinois Attorney General and the General Assembly that each county VAC is entitled to 0.02% of the county's EAV. You okay? Every time we would ask for this, we were told this is not going to happen. We asked for less than 0.02% and was told that's too much. When Andy quoted me in his email to his board that I asked for 2.02% without justification, remember, we're under the impression from the Act that we are entitled to 0.022% minimal. We have not asked for anything from outside the Act or beyond the justification to help our veterans beyond or justified. Then, all we've had heard for this issue, we were asking for more than previous budget, and we've given an increase of 30 to 40% year over year. That is great, but the law is the law, and our Illinois Act should be taken seriously. You act like you have so much power, not even the law can touch you. Then recently, we have sat down meeting with their lawyers. Let me tell you, it was one lawyer against 4 of them. There was no compromise, no willingness to work out of the difference. Plus, there has not been any payment to our lawyer although it is said publicly that they would pay, essentially stating we must spend taxpayers' money, hard-earned money, not at our choice, to tell the county we are correct. Andy, I hope the public is hearing us today. Your board, county leadership, has not funded the Veterans Assistance Commission appropriately and required by law. You should be ashamed of yourself, and I will pray you do not get reelected. Thank you.
All right, the next person who signed up to speak is Ken Pesha. Ken Pesha? Don't see Mr. Pesha here this evening. All right, and the next person who signed up to speak is Caitlin Keene. And Ms. Keene is speaking on social initiatives, an issue not directly related to a board issue this evening, so Ms. Keene will have 3 minutes for her presentation.
Good evening. I'm Caitlin Keene of Woodside 4.
Ms. Keene, could you speak a little bit more into the microphone? Let's see if...
I will do my best. Yeah, good evening. I'm Caitlin Keene of Woodside 4. Hopefully that's better. First, to congratulate you all and our constituents on the new digs. It's great to be able to open access to our entire community. I'm really here just as a call to our fellow community members, both in person and online, to find something socially or about our community that drives you and get involved. I thought I'd share just some encouragement to visit our online website, and we'll share just a snippet of what it might take to come up here, speak on something you're passionate about. Andy, Chairman Van Meter's public bio, he shares online that he actually showed up late to an organizational meeting in February 2000 and was elected chairman of the Sangamon County Board as a correspondent. And as such, there's such a great responsibility I think we can all share and contribute and pull into different networks in our own communities. I'm here as a lifelong resident and parent in the community, as a business owner and as a population health scientist and as an advocate. And there are a couple social issues I'm really passionate about, which I'll just touch on briefly with my few minutes here. First, animal and human welfare. With that, I know there's been a lot of online activity around our upcoming Sangamon County Sangamon County Fair, and would just ask the committee members here just to really think about what promoting animal cruelty in the name of family entertainment does to our young attendees. We talk a lot about mental health. We don't always talk about what causes that at a young age. So there's some exhibits coming to the fair that just don't quite align with our, proponent of mental health prevention and resources available. So thank you for prioritizing the health and wellness, not just of humans in terms of public health initiatives through the Sangamon County Department of Public Health and other things as national funding, is questioned. Just really hope to see us investing not just with money, but in terms of our partnerships and things we have access to in our local resources, both for humans and animals. And then thank you to Board Member Small for leading the initiative to regulate unlicensed massage parlors. Such an important topic, but I just have a couple questions I'd like for the group to consider. I know it's not, the enforcement piece doesn't quite go live yet, so what is the process for reporting suspicious activity in the meantime? And what are we offering for victim support when we do run into issues? And then I do want to give a plug to the AARP Livable Communities Initiative here in Sangamon County. You'll be hearing more about it, and it really is an effort to make our communities more walkable, safe, and livable overall. So thank you.
What were you asking about reporting? You had two questions.
Regarding the unlicensed massage parlors, I just wonder, is there a way that concerned citizens and those in the neighborhoods near these establishments, what should we be doing to report suspicious activity in the county in the meantime?
Okay.
And then what are we offering for victim support when there is suspicious activity found?
Okay.
Thank you.
So can our staff answer those questions about reporting issues? Joel?
Well, I would think that is this working?
Yeah.
So the new ordinance isn't going to take effect, well, it's in effect now, but they have until, I believe it's September 30 to get a license. So if someone in the public, became aware that the massage establishment did not have a license, I would think that they would either contact the sheriff's office or public health. And then, that we would take appropriate action to shut down that establishment. I am not privy to, assistance to victims. I can't really speak to that right now.
Okay, thank you. All right. Then proceeding in the regular order.
Chairman, excuse me, did we skip new business C? A sign stuff?
Yeah. The emergency procurement,
Yes.
that's just a notification.
Got you.
And
Okay.
we just list those notifications.
Perfect.
Yeah. But if you have a question about it, you're welcome to ask it.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't skip anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Very good. All right. Reports of county officials, reports of special committees, reports of standing committees, reports of the Committee on Claims. Motion by Mr. Del Giorno, seconded by Mr. Bedonia, that the reports be placed on file with the clerk. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Reports to be placed on file with the clerk. Motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno, that the board do stand in adjournment until its regularly scheduled July meeting or a special meeting that will be called. Is that set for June 30th? It's not set yet. All right. So we'll issue a separate call for that meeting. Is that right? All right. So we stand adjourned to our regularly scheduled July meeting, unless a special meeting is called. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. We stand adjourned.